Alright, hey guys, this is a thing that I've been working on and made, like crocheting stuff. It's been more than a week. It's probably been a month since I've done one of these videos. So I don't have as much stuff as I thought I did. I'll show you what I got though. And like I said in my other video, I kind of explain why I've been so busy, so if you want to, check that out, you can. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. So, a few weeks ago, I was on Craigslist, and this guy was cleaning out his closet, or his stash, whatever you want to call it. So I bought a bunch of yarn from him for really cheap. And in there were 2 of these big Lion Brand Pound of Love yarn, and this is denim. And it's really soft. I'm sure this is acrylic. Yeah, it is. So it's really, really soft. It's a worsted weight yarn. I'm sure everybody's seen this before. It's like a baby kind of blanket yarn type of thing. So I didn't want to make a blanket, but I wanted to try some new stuff. So I made a few items. I made one of these headbands that I've been making, and these Margaret, the Sheepishly Sharing is what her videos are called. She showed how to make these on the Addy. You make this part on the Addy, and then I crocheted the flower. So I made one of these, and I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. And then I made a hat. I made 2 hats. I made this hat first. This is the bigger one. It kind of fits loose-ish. It's like a slouchy hat. But I was playing around with stitches, and I did like this kind of wave. Not really wave, like ridge pattern, I guess. It's what it is I would do 1 row of regular, and then the next round of double crochets I did back post double crochet, and then I did a regular one in a back post. And it made this cool like ridge pattern. The only thing that it did was, because 1 round was normal and 1 round was back loop, the join is pretty obvious in the back. I mean, it's not horrible. I don't mind it, but I am going to try to see if there's a way maybe that I can figure out how to not have that join, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's really not. So I made that, and it's really, I like this yarn because it's so soft, and it works up really, really well. And then I made a smaller hat. This is just kind of a standard beanie. Both of these are just kind of standard beanie patterns for the circle, and then I would just added extras on the bottom. For this one, these are just double crochets all the way down to here, and then what I did was I did this kind of crocheted ribbing, and what it is basically, this one was front post, back post. So I did 2 front posts, 2 back posts, 2 front posts, 2 back posts, all the way around in the same stitches as I went around, and it made this ribbing, which is really cool. When you put it on, it won't fit my fat head, but it would fit a normal size head. I have a big head for a girl, but it looks really cool. It sits really cool on the little mannequin head that I have. So I made that one, and then I thought, well, I'm going to make something to match it. And I've never made a cowl, but I was like, I can work in the round. I've done that with hats. So I made this cowl. This is my first ever cowl, and it's pretty simple what I did. And this one, the joining is a lot. I did really pretty good with the joining. You almost can't tell. I mean, you can tell, but it's a lot. It's good. So what I did was I did ribbing again, but this time I altered the ribbing a little bit to make it not quite so bumpy. This one, what I did was normal crochet, normal double crochet, then I did front post. Yeah, normal crochet, front post, normal crochet, front post. And I did that for 3 or 4 rounds around, and then I did just half double crochets in the middle and finished it off. So it's the same on both sides. It really doesn't have an up or a down. And let's see. I think it turned out pretty good. I think that's cute. I think it would be cute under a coat, you know, because you'd be able to see this detail. It's not going to matter if it gets twisted because the detail's on both sides. So I like that. I thought that turned out pretty good. I was proud of myself. It's a new item. I have never made one of those before. And I think it turned out good. So those four items are all my finished crochet and knit items that I've done since I last did a video with y'all. The other things that I made were, I think I showed you some of the stitch markers that I made for knitting a while back. I wanted to make some crochet ones because I don't really knit, I crochet. So, but you know, with crochet, you've got to make sure that your, whatever you make it out of can open, because it's a closed loop. You know, you're not going to be able to get it off. It's going to be part of your project if not. So, what I did was I made several, and I don't know how many of y'all have on multiple projects. It seems to be a thing with knitters and crocheters that we start multiple projects at one time. It's like we can't just start something and finish it. And I get bored, so that's why I do it. But sometimes, if I don't have enough hooks, or, you know, I lose my hook, because that happens sometimes, or my hook doesn't stay with my project, I can't remember if I used a 5 or a 5.5 or a 6, and that'll make a difference in your finished project. You'll be able to tell. Not as bad with the 5 and the 5.5, but depending upon what you're making. But with a 5 and a 6, you're going to be able to tell the difference. So what I did was I made some of these stitch markers, and I incorporated in there letters. Some of them I made D, E, and F, and some of them I made H, G, and I, because those are kind of like the more popular, I guess, the ones I use the most. So this is what they look like. And they're just, I don't know how well you can see them, but hopefully my hand's not in the way. So I made those. I made several of them, and I put them up on my Etsy page. So if you're interested, go look at them, check them out. Better pictures on my Etsy page, as always, than what I can get on this camera, because I can take them with my good camera. My really nice camera doesn't have a video option, so I can't use that to do these videos. So, but I made quite a few. I basically made like 3 of each kind, just a different variety, you know. I thought they were cute. I've used them and they work pretty good. They're a little hard to open and close at first, but then once you get the hang of it, it's not hard at all. It's just kind of awkward. They're like earring studs is what they are. So I've got 2 things that I'm actually working on, works in progress, and I think I've shown you this one before. This is going to be a shawl. It's that triangle. It's a triangle, I think is what the pattern's called. It's on Ravelry. You can just look up It's a Triangle. So I think It's a Triangle shawl, I think will help you. We'll look it up. And I'm working in Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable, and this color is called Echo. And this is the color. Let me see. You can see it better from the ends. Usually it's a really pretty, this yarn is really pretty. The only thing that sometimes will get on your nerves about this yarn is that it sticks to itself. It's very, you know, it's hard to unravel. So if you make a mistake, it's really hard to pull it back. And, but it's really soft, and the color changes are beautiful. I will give you a heads up on this yarn, because I didn't know this. I bought this yarn at Walmart. So at Walmart, in my area, every area is going to be different. In my Walmart, this yarn is $4.99 a skein. In my Michaels, this same yarn is like $7.99 a skein. So if you want to buy some of this yarn and you're not really sure if you're going to like it or not, go check it out and see if your Walmart has it, because it's significantly cheaper. The colors are different. They don't offer all the same colors at Walmart as they do at Michaels, but you know, this is, I mean, this color came from Walmart and it's beautiful. At Walmart too, you have to kind of, well, even at Michaels I've noticed, when you buy these, if you buy multiple skeins of them, kind of hold them up together because there is some color variation in the way these look from one to the other. I don't know if it says, these are not the no dye lots, so but even the ones all together in the bin, some of them look slightly different, so you just have to keep that in mind. I don't think it would make a huge difference because of the variation, but I did notice that some of them were quite a bit different than the other. So here's what it's looking like so far. Let me pull up enough yarn so I don't pull out all my stitches here. Okay, here's what it's looking like so far. I don't know, it's not that big yet. I'm working on it, you know. This is a really easy pattern to follow. It's actually, there's not even that much of a pattern. After you get past this few middle ones, it's all the same. So once you kind of learn the rhythm, you got it. So this is, let me hold it up closer. That's kind of what it's looking like. So I'm really liking this. I like these colors. I think they're really pretty. Some of them, like the color I'm working on right now, I don't know if you can see it if I hold it up. Let me, the color that's in there right now, it's kind of hard to hold it. It's a mixture of two colors. And that doesn't happen very often in here. I don't know if that's, I'm sure it's not a mistake, but it's kind of cool. It's like a twist of pink and green. So that is what I'm working on there. And if you might have noticed, I did show a different one of these worked in the same kind of yarn. I have it right here. I haven't worked on this one in quite a while. This is, well, apparently I stopped at almost the same. This one's almost the same size. This one is the same Boutique Unforgettable yarn. This is what I had left over from where I did that that class with the loom, and I'm not going to have enough of this to make. This is all I've got. I'm not going to have enough of this to make a whole shawl, so I'm going to work it until I get to the end, and then see if I can find some more that's this color. Because I didn't keep the label either. I think it's like peacock or something like that, maybe, but I'm going to see if I can get something that matches pretty close and try to finish that out. My last thing that I've been working on, and again, I can't remember if I showed you this or not, this is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's called the Butterfly Stitch Prayer Shawl. It's by N.J. Sharon and modified by Debbie Adams. It's a free pattern. And I don't do a lot of patterns, written patterns. I'm really not good at written patterns. But this one I've been able to follow okay so far. I don't know if I've shown you this before. Or, dog fell off the couch. I don't know if I've shown you this before or not. But this is what it looks like so far. I haven't gotten real far on it. This is one that I can't just take to work with me and work on in my spare time. Or just sit on the couch and watch TV and work on. Because I have to really pay attention to what I'm doing. Basically, you're making these butterflies, if you can see right there. And it's not horribly complicated. I mean, I'm following it pretty good, but you do need to pay attention to what you're doing. I have made a mistake in this one. It's not real obvious somewhere. Basically, one of my butterflies on both sides is smaller because I didn't have the exact right number of stitches. But you know, it's a learning process, and really I don't think you're going to be able to know, you're going to be able to realize at the end. I think it's this one right here. You see how that one's a little squishier? I think that I didn't have enough stitches, but I mean, it's not, you don't really notice it much. But like I said, this one takes a lot of concentration to work on, and sometimes I just don't feel like messing with it. This yarn, I got two of these. I really think one will make this shawl, no problem. But it is, this is a Loops and Threads yarn from Michaels. It's like their, oh my gosh, I don't know if it's Woolies or something like that, but it's the one that's like the real thin weight fingering, I guess, maybe. I usually only work in worsted weight yarn, so this is kind of a double for me. It's the first time I work I've worked with this really lightweight yarn, and also one of the first times I followed a more intricate pattern. I'm using a 3.75 millimeter hook. The pattern says I can use whatever hook size I want to. I think this was the size they recommended, maybe with this yarn, that's why I picked it out. So that's that. And I think that's all of my finished stuff. I do have a small, excuse me, I have a small haul from Michael's. I got this huge bag. I don't know. I don't know. They left me standing at Michael's in the line for so long that it just, you know, I felt like I needed to buy a bag. I don't know. So, that's how they get you, right? So anyway, Michael's was having a, what was it, 20% off of everything, whether it was on sale or not on sale. And I went in there and I was looking for something else, and I got a crate for, you know, like a crate for my wedding decorations. And I wanted to do some more stitch markers, but I was tired of the rocks that I've been using. So I found this, this assortment of kind of charms, and they're gold and silver. And so I got some beads, different assortment of sizes in gold and silver, and I got some more hooks to try. These are a couple different kinds. This one is like the clip-on earring kind, so I think it might be easier to get open and closed. And these are lanyard hooks, so I think that these could work for either crochet or knit. Sorry, crochet or knit. So I'm going to give those a shot and see. I really just like making these for fun, so I mean, if nobody ever buys any of them, it's not a big deal to me, but I just find it fun to play with it, with the yarn, the little, you know, and twist the stuff, and I think that's fun. But, oh, let me, hold on just one second. If you watched my video earlier today, then I'm looking for one of these boxes. Okay. If you watched my video earlier today when I was in the car, I told y'all that one of the reasons I've been absent from videos is because I've been really busy. We're planning our wedding. And finally, well, not finally, I just ordered the invitations the other day. But they came in. And so I want to show them to you. I don't think there's anything really on here. I'm just going to cover up kind of our personal information here. So, I mean, not that any of y'all are crazy people, but you never know. So I'm going to cover up my personal stuff and just kind of show you what the decorated part of the invitation looks like. So see, they're mason jars, and the cat and dog are jumping on each other. They're mason jars with string lights, and they're dark blue, and on the back they're also decorated. And then my RSVP cards match them, and here they are. Really, these don't say anything, so I don't care if you see them. But there's my RSVP cards. They have the jar on it again, and the back is the string lights, and our venue is going to have these string lights like this up. So there are 200 of each. So that's a lot of envelopes I'm going to have to be addressing pretty soon, and I'm going to start working on those. But one more thing down. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Sorry if I was a little rambly, but you know. Anyway, thanks guys. Bye.